The When We Were Young Festival, the emo mecca that has been longly anticipated by all the aging millennials, the first day canceled. Why? Wind. That's right. Wind is why they canceled the first day. Now, I thought that this whole idea was sketchy from the word go. When they first released the flyer and I saw all the marquee bands, and I swear to God, like, I feel like more than half of these bands were broken up. They kind of like rode the tide of, pop punk and emo in the mid 2000s, and then by, the mid 2010s, they were done. And yet here they are on this bill, so that makes me think that, like, what lengths did Live Nation go to get these bands to reunite? So anyway, this article here from Variety is saying that When We Were Young Music Festival has canceled its slate of Saturday performances. The announcement was made at about 10 a.m. Local time, only 1 hour before doors were scheduled to open to the Las Vegas festival grounds. And not all attendees received the email announcing plans to cancel the day's events at the same time, with some finding their statement in the inbox at around 10:30 a.m. Others first learned the news through chatter on social media. That's how I found out about it today. I saw someone labeled it "Wind We Were Young," which I thought was pretty clever. But I was like, what the hell is he talking about? And then it made sense. So the statement goes as follows. When We Were Young festival organizers have spent the last several days proactively preparing the festival grounds for a windy Saturday. The National Weather Service has now upgraded their Saturday forecast to a high wind warning, something I did not know existed, and something that we never experienced here in Florida, of course, including dangerous 30 to 40 mile per hour sustained winds with potential 60 miles per hour gusts. The festival's statement reads, under advisement of National Weather Service and the Las Vegas Metropolitan Police Department, we have no other choice than to cancel today's When We Were Young festival. The safety of our fans, artists, and staff will always be our top priority. And they go on to say that, this was not a decision that came lightly. We know many of you traveled to the area to have a spectacular day with your favorite bands and have been looking forward to this day for months. We were equally as excited and are devastated to share this news. Some of my friends flew to fucking Las Vegas to see this festival. And, sucks for them, especially if you only bought, like, the Saturday ticket, because then they go on to say that their refund policy is you'll get your refund within 30 days of the cancellation. But what they don't say is that, or we could just transfer your ticket to the next day, because it was Saturday and Sunday, and then they added another Saturday the following week. So they didn't say that you can transfer, which that sucks, because if you only bought your ticket for Saturday and then they cancel it, guess what? That whole ass flight to Las Vegas was for nothing. So, crappy news. I can't help but to think, though, I don't know, man. I've always been sketched out on this festival, just like when they were like, oh, we're going to do Woodstock 2019 back in the day, and then, they had social media for it, they had a website, and you could buy tickets and everything, and then at the last minute, they're like, it's not happening. Now, I don't think that's the case with this festival. I do think most likely it'll go on, without a hitch tomorrow. Well, I wouldn't say without a hitch. That remains to be seen, but I just wasn't, I was not surprised by this news at all. The wind thing, I'm a little confused about. Like, I understand that, like, the scaffolding and the rigging of the stage is, like, a lot of that shit's, like, suspended high up in the air. And that's the only thing that I could think, if you get, like, a gust of wind strong enough and, one of those big-ass clusters of speakers falls off the rigging and crushes a bunch of fans, that's not a good look. So I guess from that standpoint, that's got to be one of the reasons, and not to mention all the tents and shit blowing over all over the place. So, yeah, it's one of those things. It's one of those, okay, you're calling out of work because, you got the flu. It's me as the employer, I have to just trust you that you're telling the truth on that, because I don't know if you actually have it or not. So, yeah, canceled. Wow. We'll see if tomorrow happens, but that's pretty much all I have for this. I will say that I found it interesting to see that they're already doing this again for 2023. This one is more appealing to me personally. Obviously, Blink-182, being able to see them at a decent ticket price. Offspring, one of my more favorite 90s alternative rock / punk bands. And that's kind of it for me. I'm not really that big into like this pop punk, like, I don't know. 30 Seconds to Mars would be interesting. Is Jared Leto really gonna like walk out on stage? A, and B, is he really gonna try to belt out those songs that he couldn't even really hit the notes to even back in the day, 15 years ago when he first came out? Like, yes, that man and that band is a product of the recording studio. Got Bowling for Soup on the bill. I thought that lead singer died of COVID. Those are two things I just said that I'll probably get demonetized for. But yeah, anyway, that's all I got for this video, folks. What do you think? Did you buy tickets? Are you there now? Do you think this festival is actually really going to happen? I mean, I guess it's got to now, right? I mean, they got everything set up. Anyway, until next time, have a good rest of your night.